Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Southern Broadcast Gaming Network's broadcast. Tonight we are with the HKC Beagles Racing League at their championship race at the Talladega SuperSpeedway. I'm Amanda. I'm going to be your broadcaster for tonight. Looks like we're going to be running 40 laps with one faster pair tonight for their championship race. And I do apologize in advance before we get into everything. There may be some graphics that are not quite right. And that's because this was a fairly quick put together stream for these guys. Looks like they are going to be running a field of about 12 drivers tonight. And, well, 14. Should be getting ready to grid up and start racing here shortly. I see we are here at the Talladega Superspeedway tonight. Weather's going to be 70 degrees with a 54% chance of rain, partly cloudy, but it looks awfully sunny to me. Like I said, some of the graphics are slightly off. But that's going to be all right. All right, looks like we are starting to grid in. All right. Looks like starting first is going to be Joshua Moore. Second will be Kevin Winkler. Third is going to be Thomas Fain. Starting in fourth will be Gregory Turner. Fifth will be Zachary Staton. Sixth is going to be Tony Martin. Seventh will be Dusty Smith. Eighth is going to be Cody Staton. Ninth is going to be Jonathan Herbert. 10th will be Zach Dillon. 11th is going to be Jack Bunjo. 12th is going to be Mr. Frank Ranger. 13th will be Paul Pfeiffer. And 14th will be Austin Johnson. I'm seeing 7 viewers out there on the stream tonight. Appreciate you guys for tuning in for this impromptu broadcast with these guys. All right, looks like we are getting ready to get started. Oh, and somebody's already smoking back there. Got some real nice looking cars out there. Let's go take a look and see. Pace truck lights are off, of course. So we'll just give him a few minutes to pop off and get ready to go green. All right, and the pace truck is off. And we are now green flag racing. Already the 51 of Joshua Moore looking to make his way ahead of the pack of everybody else. Starting out with some good side-by-side racing. Ooh, who is that? The 69 of Gregory Turner. Looking to take him 3 wide with the 22 of Tony Martin. And I believe that was the 21 of Dustin Smith right there with him. That 51 of Joshua Moore is holding strong right where he's at. But he has the number 3, I believe, of Thomas Fain right behind him. I could be wrong. Like I said, this is a new group of drivers to me, so I'm going to do my best to not mess it up. Let's see. Oh, nope, my mistake. That was the 42 of Kevin Winker. Oh, and we are now under caution. Let's see if what caused us to go under caution. Oh, well, that's a heck of a wreck. Let's go ahead and take it back just a little bit. Let's see. Move it in closer. Oh, the 21. Oh, looks like they made an attempt to go 3 wide and were not able to hold it. It appears that it was the 21, and I'm going to have to check and see. It looks like Dusty Smith. And then let's go see who else. He's the only one that they show is off track. So we'll go back up here. As these guys follow around with the pace truck. Obviously, Joshua Moore still holding his first place position with Kevin Winkler now in the second place position. Zachary Staten in third. Cody Staten in fourth, up 4 positions from where he started. Tony Martin in fifth. Zach Dillon up in sixth position, up 4 from where he started. Thomas Fain is down 4 from where he started in seventh. Zach Bunjo is in eighth, up 3 from where he started. Paul Pfeiffer is in, well, now he's in eighth. Nope, ninth, my bad, my mistake. In ninth, up 4 positions from where he started. Frank Ranger is now in 10th. And it looks like we have a couple of takers to the pits. Five laps in, 35 laps to go. Let's take a look. For those of you who are new to the Southern Broadcast Gaming Network, I tend to like to go through and look at the cars. It's just the thing that I do. So, Milberg Custom Homes. Actually, I like that stripe scheme. The colors, just, I'd put that on my car. Just saying. Another one from Milberg Custom Homes. Pink. Let's go with the side view. Well, maybe a side view. Let's see what we have on side paints. I do like the pink swirl on Cody Staten's car. Not even gonna lie. Kind of beachy, and being a Florida girl, you know, it's a thing. It's a whole thing. Tony Martin. For a second there, I thought that said Pogs. TrackDogsRacing.com. Chipotle. I do like me some Chipotle. Not even gonna lie. Jonathan Herbert with the Extreme. Paul Pfeiffer with the TrackDogsRacing.com. Frank Ranger with the W car. Jake Bunjo with the, I believe that's the Jordan's logo. Probably been on Frank's car. Gregory Turner with a dog. I'm assuming that probably has something to do with the other one. Austin Johnson is still in the pits. And the pace truck lights are off, so we should be seeing that green flag coming back out here shortly. All right, the pace truck is off. All right, and we are back to green flag racing. Looks like Joshua Moore is once again going to jump out in the front. Look, appears that the 88 of Zachary Staton is right behind him. Kevin Winkler's holding close in a third place position with Cody Staton directly behind him. Kevin Winkler moving up into that second place position, pushing Zachary Staton back one. The 22 of Tony Martin moving in on the 88. Some very close pack driving, and Joshua Moore is playing peekaboo tonight. Looks like he might be having some connection issues. Hopefully he continues to not have connection issues, because any driver in iRacing will tell you that it is very scary when you are driving that close behind someone and they disappear. Very close packed in driving right there up in the front. Drivers in the back are spacing themselves out. The 42 of Kevin Winkler, as you saw, just slid his way right into the first place position. And he is putting some distance between himself and that 51 car. The 15 of Cody Staton is going to move in behind him. And it looks like Mr. Joshua Moore is not going down without a fight tonight, guys. He's got that 88 right behind him, and he is making his way back into that first place position. Trying to, at least. He's back up in second. You see them taking it 3 wide on a track like Talladega. That's an okay thing. These guys back here, the number 3 of Thomas Spain and the 22 of Tony Martin, battling it out for that 5th place position, trying to keep themselves in the top 5. You got these guys. You have Frank Ranger, Dusty Smith, and Gregory Turner way back here. Cody Staton is now holding down the first place position. He is also currently the biggest mover of the night, up 7 positions from where he started. Joshua Moore down 1 position from where he started in second. Zachary Staton in third, up 2 positions from where he started. Kevin Winkler down 2 positions from where he started in the 4th place position. Tony Martin up 1. Zachary Dillon up 4. Thomas Spain is down 4 positions from where he started. Jonathan Herbert is up 1. Paul Pfeiffer is now up 4 positions from where he started in the 9th place position. And it looks like we had a little bit of a SDK shuffle. Thomas Spain is now in the 10th place position, down 7 from where he started, running off our top 10. Frank Ranger is going to be in that 11th place position, followed by Austin Johnson in 12th, Dusty Smith in 13th, and Gregory Turner down 10 positions from where he started in the 14th position spot. Got 12 viewers out there with me tonight. I appreciate you guys tuning in. So this is not our usual broadcast for Sunday nights, but it's still racing and it's still fun. see we got some new followers in the last couple days. Maybe it's not going to work. I guess my widgets don't work tonight. It's okay. Mr. Potato Guy and Steve Rex, thank you guys for following. Put SDK on exciting and see what SDK has to say in this race tonight. We'll just kind of follow along with it. Currently, it's looking at the top 4 leaders in this race: Cody Staton, Joshua Moore, Zachary Staton, and Kevin Winker. Well, I guess SDK is only going to say that that's the exciting part of the race. So let's go back here and take a look. You've got Tony Martin and Zach Dillon pack racing back here in 5th and 6th position. You have Paul Pfeiffer, Thomas Fain, Jake Bunjo, all packed in together, followed closely by Mr. Jonathan Herbert, and then Mr. Frank Ranger, Austin Johnson, and Dusty Smith back here. Kind of pack racing together. All right, 26 laps to go. So far, we've only had one caution in this race. It's been a good, clean race all night. Looks like we got a little bit of shuffling going on back here. The caution flag did not come out, but I'm going to rewind this a little bit. We're going to see what happened. Well, now it's telling me that there's crashes, of course. Now it tells me. Now that we've noticed something, it's going to tell me. That is how SDK works. Every time. Looks like Thomas Fain, Dusty Smith, and Paul Pfeiffer have crashed. Let's take a look and see what happened. Oh, it appears. Let's go back. I believe. Go back just a little bit. 26. So, all right. Take it back just a little bit so we have a better view. Looks like it was Mr. Jonathan Herbert. Slow it down just a little bit. We are now under yellow flag caution. Oh, did he bump the wall? Jonathan Herbert sent Paul Pfeiffer into the side of Thomas Fain, causing a multi-car crash. And he continued on. It looks like he does have some bumper damage and some right rear fender damage. 14 viewers out there with me tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. Feel free to comment in the chat with me. Looks like Jonathan Herbert might be the only one going into the pits after that crash, or maybe he is coming from the pits. He is coming from the pits. It helps if I read the notes correctly. 23 laps to go. Looks like we have several takers to the pits. Given that this was a very short notice race for me, I'm not sure how many sets of tires they have. I know that they do have one fast repair. .22 laps to go while we are patiently waiting for those pace truck lights to go off to get back to the green flag racing. Frank Ranger in that 17W car. Oh, looks like Frank Ranger got that wave around. Or he may have got the wave around, I'm not sure. That 15 of Cody Staton sitting there right behind the pace truck, patiently waiting with Zachary Staton in the 88 car right behind him. Tony Martin behind him in third. Zach Dillon in fourth. Kevin Winker in fifth, rounding out our top five. Oh, and the 88 of Zachary Staton is having a connection issue. All right. It does appear that the pace truck lights are off, so we're gonna once again wait patiently for that pace truck to pop off the track so that we can continue back with our green flag race. We have 20 laps to go. And as you can see, they are going to be close pack racing when they get that green flag. All right, the pace truck is off. Mr. Cody Staton up 7 positions from where he started, currently sitting in the first place position. Zachary Staton up 3 positions from where he started in the 88 cart, currently sitting in second position. And we are back to green flag racing. Tony Martin and Zach Dillon back here battling it out for that third place position. Got a close-knit group for first through fourth. Fifth place is currently Jake Bunjo, and he is going to be a little ways behind everybody else. See if SDK will cooperate for a minute. Austin Johnson up 8 positions where he started, currently sitting in 6th, leading the pack of Frank Ranger in 7th, Dusty Smith in 8th, Thomas Spain in 9th. Thomas Spain now in 8th, Dusty Smith in 9th, Jonathan Herbert in 10th, Paul Pfeiffer in 11th, Gregory Johnson in 12th, Joshua Moore and Kevin Winker bringing up the pack from way in the back. 18 laps to go. It looks like our top 4 are going to stick together and maybe have some sort of slingshot effect going on here. It appears that, let me make sure I have this correct. The 22 of Tony Martin and the 20 of Zach Dillon are going to work the outside line, trying to make their way around the 15 of Cody Staton, and the 88 of Zachary Staton. Tony Martin now taking over that first place position with Zach Dillon right behind him, up 8 positions from where he started. Cody Staton going to move into that second place position real quick as they've made their way through that turn. The 88 of Zachary Staton is pushing the 15. Looks like Tony Martin is going to use that high line to his advantage with Zach Dillon behind him pushing him. Definitely got some major teamwork going on there. Looks like Zach Dillon passed Cody and Cody passed Zach back. They're definitely not going to be easy on each other in this race tonight. And I may have heard that there might have been a little bit of a rivalry going on in the Discord about who was the winner, and they didn't have to worry about it or something like that. Top 4 of the 22 Tony Martin, the 20 of Zach Dillon, the 15 of Cody Staton, and the 88 of Zachary Staton. Definitely not letting up on each other anytime soon. So we're going to go back through the field a little bit. The 21 of Dusty Smith is got a real close follower in Paul Pfeiffer there. Got some pack racing going on behind him. Got Jake Bunjo in the 86 creeping up on those two real quick. You have the 12 of Austin Johnson, the 17 of Frank Ranger, the 69 of Gregory Turner, the 3 of Thomas Fain, all right there together. Let's go ahead and take this out a little bit so we can get a good view right there. 13 laps to go. Looks like Mr. Jonathan Herbert is going to use that outside line and try to make some moves on Mr. Frank Ranger. Frank utilizing the high line, low line of the Talladega SuperSpeedway to give himself some distance from Jonathan there. Thomas Fain filling in the gap. Jonathan Herbert trying to make his way around yet again. Almost successful, but not quite. Looks like Thomas Fain said, "Not today, buddy, not today." Some of these drivers getting a little bold. As you see, they go into these turns and they are taking it 3 wide. Luckily, the Talladega Superspeedway is big enough to do that and not be a dangerous move. Look at our top 4 drivers holding it down yet again. The 88 of Zachary Staton once again blinking out. We'll jump back here to the 86 of Jake Bunjo creeping in on Frank Ranger in his 17 car. Thomas Fain in that number 3 Chipotle. Looks like they're getting good back here with that single file line racing till they get to the turns. And then they go right back to a line. Oh, and looks like we have a couple takers to the pits. Like I said before, I'm not sure how many sets of tires they have, how much fuel they have. Best I got is 40 laps in this race. Obviously, we have 9 laps to go and 1 fast repair. Cody Staton and Zachary Staton holding out in first and second position. Jonathan Herbert is going to take over that 3rd place position. Austin Johnson 4th. Gregory Turner 5th. Frank Ranger is now up 6 positions to where he started in 6th. Go back to Mr. Austin Johnson for a second. He is up 10 positions from where he started, currently sitting in 4th. Joshua Moore down 7 positions, 6 positions from where he started in 7th. I can't read today. Tony Martin in 8th. Zach Dillon in 9th. Dusty Smith in 10th. Kevin Winker holding down the back in 14th. Looks like almost everybody is taking to the pits. And I apologize for not having all of the race information. All right, looks like we got some guys coming out of the pits. I'm sure we'll have some position changes. Seven laps to go. Tony Martin still holding down that first place position in his 22 car with Zach Dillon holding down second place, up 8 positions from where he started. In third place position currently is the 88 of Zachary Staton. In 4th is going to be Dusty Smith. 5th is Austin Johnson. 6th is going to be Mr. Frank Ranger, followed by Jonathan Herbert in 7th. Gregory Turner in 8th. Joshua Moore in 9th. SDK has decided. Okay, there we go. Cody Staton in 10th. Paul Pfeiffer in 11th. Cody Winker in 12th. And Thomas Fain in 13th. Looks like Jake is either in the pits or he may have disconnected. All right, 6 laps to go. There is a little bit of a gap between the number 2 of Zach Dillon and the number 3 of Dusty Smith. There's a little bit more of a gap between Dusty Smith and Austin Johnson as we go into the final 5 laps of this race. And I just got a notification that Joshua Moore crashed. So let's go take a look at that. And sometimes SDK tells a story. All right, going into these final 5 laps, as you see, Tony Martin is still holding down that first place position with Zach Dillon behind him and Dusty Smith a little ways back in third. Jonathan Herbert in fourth. Gregory Turner in fifth. Austin Johnson in sixth. Frank Ranger seventh. Cody Sadden eighth. Joshua Moore ninth. And Paul Pfeiffer rounding out the top 10. It's like Paul Pfeiffer is a lap down car. He's just hanging out up there with the first and second place position cars. 4 laps to go. There is your first place position car, Mr. Tony Martin. Zach Dillon. 3 laps to go. It says we have a crash. Let's take a look. Nope. Once again, STK and its stories. We have 2 laps to go as Tony Martin, Zach Dillon, and Dusty Smith battle it out for the last 2 laps. You see there on the track map, there is a huge gap between second and third. Obviously, first and second is going to be a close finish. All right, and we are on our final lap. All right, as you come around that last turn, you have Zach Dillon, Tony Martin, and Dusty Smith literally battling it out 3 wide for a minute there. And it looks like it is going to be Zach Dillon, Tony Martin, and Dusty Smith. Austin Johnson. I don't know. Who's Dusty Smith? No, it is Dusty Smith. SDK shuffled for a second. Sorry, guys. Zach Dillon, Tony Martin, and Dusty Smith finishing first, second, and third. Literally neck and neck there for a second. All right. Don't pay any mind to my logo. Like I said earlier, I didn't get a chance to update everything as I kept going. So, race results are as follows. Finishing in first is going to be Zach Dillon. Second, Tony Martin. Third, Dusty Smith. Fourth, Austin Johnson. Fifth, Gregory Turner. Sixth is going to be Jonathan Herbert. Seventh, Frank Ranger. Eighth is going to be Cody Staton. Ninth is going to be Paul Pfeiffer. 10th is going to be Joshua Moore. 11th is Zachary Staton. 12th is Thomas Fain. 13th is Kevin Winker. And 14th is going to be Mr. Jake Bunjo. And as you can see, he is out there doing some donuts, celebrating a little bit. And as you can see, these guys are enjoying their post race celebrations. Now, given that this is a new race and I'm not sure how these guys are, I'm not going to ask them to come into the booth if they're not comfortable, but I am going to mute myself for a minute and see if anybody wants to do a post race interview. Real quick.
All right.
All right, so I have our top three finishers of the race in the booth with me now. Since they're all teammates, they're just gonna it's an all teammate thing. So how was the race for you guys? I heard that this was the championship. Obviously, this is my first time broadcasting with you guys. Did you guys have a strategy going into this?
Yeah, I mean, we we discussed a few things before the races, trying to figure out some scenarios. Zach in the 20 car, myself in the 21 car, we were, I believe, fifth and sixth in points. So we were just trying to get back up there. And our teammates, Paul and Tony, in the 5 and the 22, were going to assist us any way they could to help us, get up there to get as many points as we could to give us a shot at being top 3 in the championship.
Right, right. Yeah, I saw a lot of teamwork going on there, and I wasn't sure because I know I saw the similar paint schemes, and they look like teamwork, but it could have been something different because you never know in a race league.
Yeah, and we really had a fork put in it because it was the one caution that wasn't a caution. So we were kind of wondering what was going on there because we were getting ready to all pit, and then on the backstretch we had that wreck there. So kind of fouled our plans up a little bit, but we were able to recover pretty well, and we're excited that Zach got his first win at Talladega in the league.
Awesome, awesome. Now, with any win, obviously, you guys each get, shout outs. So feel free to take turns, whichever, however y'all want to do it. You get all the shout outs y'all want.
Yeah, I would definitely like to thank my teammates for tonight. You know what I mean? Especially Tony. Tony was a great teammate tonight. Me and him drafted together really well tonight, and I kind of had a shot at it mathematically, depending on how our drops play out. And Tony was a great teammate right there. You know what I mean? At the end, last lap, pulled up, let me get by, take the win there. And man, I can't thank him enough for that. Shout out to Dusty and Paul. You know what I mean? They did a heck of a job. You know what I mean? Implementing the strategy we had coming into this race, and man, I can't thank those guys enough. I'd like to thank my sponsors. You know what I mean? W Energy, Chiefland RC Raceway, Print Shop of Chiefland, True Cut Lawn Maintenance, and without all those guys, this wouldn't be possible.
Awesome, awesome.
Also, congrats to Zach Stanton on winning the championship. We're looking at the points here. So we had Zachary in first, Kevin in second with Team America. Then it was Zach Dillon with us, Josh Moore with Team America. Then I was tied for fifth with Cody Stanton. So good showing for both Team America and our group. And it was fun doing just this little mini series, not too serious. We all kind of, hopefully everybody took it, lighthearted and not too serious. And that was the whole point of the series.
Right, right. A lot of good, clean race out there, guys. Well, thank you guys for coming in the booth with me tonight. And I don't know, maybe we'll see something in the future.
Hopefully, we appreciate you broadcasting the race tonight. So it was a good show, and hopefully everybody shared it, and hopefully you get some good views on it.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you guys.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Well, it looks like our biggest mover of the night is already out. It would be Mr. Austin Johnson. He was up 10 positions from where he started in the race. He ended up finishing in fourth, which is an incredible finish. But with that being said, thank you guys for joining in with me tonight during this broadcast. And who knows, maybe we'll be broadcasting with these guys again in the future. Only time will tell. But you guys have a good night and God bless.